Hello, welcome to the Nintendo Bros podcast. This is Pete.
And this is Derek.
And this is episode 76.
Holy smokes.
I know. I don't know if that's a lot or a little, considering we've been doing this for like 5 years.
Longer than 5 years. I mean, we took like a 4-year break, but...
Oh, you're right. We've been doing this since like 2013, well before when the Wii U was around. We had a video speculating on Star Fox for Wii U.
Yeah, Star Fox Zero.
Like, that's how far back we go. We have talking about the first DLC batch for Mario Kart 8. One day that's going to age us. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have a lot to talk about because we haven't spoken in months, have we, Derek? It has been a long time.
Yeah, it's been very busy with a lot of new updates from Nintendo and all three companies, I guess.
Yeah, so I have we have Nintendo had a Direct, Sony's had a State of Play, and Xbox, they've raised the price of Gamepass, they've lost sales, and potentially might not make another system. So lots of updates. Actually, Microsoft had that showing at Tokyo Game Show, and I did actually watch some of it. So
yeah, me too.
They've got some good games coming out as a third party.
I agree.
Yeah, lots to talk about. So, you know what I was thinking about, Derek? Our channel or our show is called Nintendo Bros Podcast, but it's not really Nintendo Bros because you don't even have a Switch 2.
but I will in a few months.
True, but I also feel like it's a good thing. I mean, maybe the name's not as apt as it could be, but
right
the
now,
fact that I feel like I cover the Nintendo spectrum pretty well, and you cover like the PlayStation, PC, like other world spectrum. You know,
and you know what? I think again, I will get the Nintendo Switch 2, in which case we'll be back on the same page. But it's also nice to have even this year of us having one of us with the experience and one of us kind of, out of the loop on what it's like. I think it's kind of build some dialogue.
Yeah, but it's also like I can't keep up with all the PlayStation games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or like third-party games. You can, more or less. And the only thing we would need to round us out is like someone who is like super into mobile games. And like League of Legends.
Yeah, those 12-year-olds that really love Hoyoverse.
Or like people who have ruined their life.
$23,000 in debt.
It's like, wow, you're really into these free-to-play gacha games on your phone. Okay,
yeah.
Well. Anyways, let's get into the show.
Okay.
So let's start off. I figured we start off by talking about Sony because Nintendo had a Direct. We're going to cover all this stuff, but let's talk about Sony. You probably followed a little closely. I did watch their State of Play. I found most of it to be pretty boring, but Saros and Wolverine stood out to me as very impressive. What did you think, Derek?
Yeah, I mean, I'm similar. I think I had a few other games that kind of caught my eye just because, example is Code Vein 2. Not that it looked very good, to be honest.
I thought that game looked terrible.
But I really liked the first one, so I'm like a little bit going in with expectations of, it's one of my favorite kind of 7 out of 10 games.
Okay.
So, I'm going in with timid expectations for the sequel. But yeah, I think you kind of nailed it on the head where Wolverine and Saros are kind of the top 2 games shown there.
Yeah. And with next year, they also have that other Marvel fighting game.
Tokon Fighting, yeah.
Tokon Fighting, and they got Ghost of Yotei getting great reviews. I feel like Sony's in a good place right now with like their lineup, and I mean obviously GTA is big next year. That every third-party game is going to their system. So I think like they're in a great spot. Like I feel good about their first-party lineup for the first time probably this in a long time.
Yeah, I'm just skimming over the other announcements. Like the other 2 that I think have some hype behind them, not necessarily that I'm super hyped for them, is Neo 3. And Crimson Desert is this game that I guess we can get into in a little bit. But it's one of these games where it almost looks too good to be true, but I think it actually will land pretty well. But we can talk about that later.
Okay, I don't recall that game.
Oh, yeah. It has a lot of hype.
What's it called?
Crimson Desert.
Okay, what else was shown that had a little bit of, reasoning or hype behind it, let's say, is Flight Simulator for PS5. Even though it's called Flight Simulator 2024, it's coming out at the end of 2025, which I think is dumb. But it also has PSVR support, which is interesting. I think it was the only time it was mentioned during the like PSVR was mentioned at all. But like that's a pretty cool thing to have, and it means that like
Definitely.
it'll be better. Like that's like a reason to buy PSVR for some people. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting announcement. So, anyways, are you getting Ghost of Yote?
Will I get it? 100%, I think. Will I get it in the next week, month, or even year? Probably not. I just, I've been reading a lot about it, and it definitely sounds fun. It sounds like an upgraded version. But really, it sounds very similar to the first game, and I really like the first game. But is it worth $110 or $108 or whatever it is? I don't think so.
What do you mean $108? Isn't it just a regular $70 game?
Well, games right now are $90 regular, and plus tax gets up to like 106 or something.
Okay, yeah, okay, fair.
the deflation in your voice there, you're just like, yeah.
Well,
like,
I guess you always include tax. I when I talk about pricing, I don't usually include the tax in the price.
Okay, in my head, it's like, how much am I losing here? But yeah, like I want to get it, but there's so many other games that I'm playing right now, and even other games that if I was gonna buy a brand new game, other ones that just seem a little bit more unique or different, where this is just like another Ghost of Tsushima but better game. So
from what I watched a couple of reviews, and it actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great, but I just don't think it's like I think it's just more of the same but better.
For someone like me who didn't play Ghost of Tsushima like at all, like I think I watched someone play a little bit of it.
Yeah, I think you'd like it a lot
if I was
more.
feeling like jumping into this kind of game, I would probably choose Ghost of Yote before I choose something like Assassin's Creed, or what was that one from Tecmo Koei that they did, some sort of open world ninja game. Like,
oh yeah,
you were into it for a minute. It's
keep going. It'll come to me.
Yeah, but it looks like, I don't know. I watched the Digital Foundry video on Ghost of Yote, and he was raving about how like there's way more side missions and things like that, and I was almost interested. I actually I was more interested in that than I am of Horizon or the God of War franchises that Sony are dealing with right now. So
yeah, like it's funny where Horizon I always feel more excited for, but when playing, I actually don't think I like it as much as playing Ghost of Tsushima.
It's so weird to me that both Horizon and God of War are like these big disinterests for me when I have had the PS4 and PS5 and everything, and like it's not like I didn't have the system, but I just
God of War is truly a really good game.
The first one I liked, but I didn't like it enough to do it again with the PS5, the sequel.
Okay. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I think it really improved on it. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and also, yeah, just not terribly interested in Horizon for some reason. Like, I remember thinking it looked so cool when they first announced it, but
Horizon is like it's like on the surface sounds really fun, but when you actually play it, it gets like it's kind of collectathon-y, gets old really fast, repetitive.
You know what it looks like to me? It looks like an Ubisoft game.
It feels like that almost. Like again, it's saved a bit more because it's such a unique world, and like the combat is really kind of interesting as far as like what you're fighting, but it does feel very repetitive and samey after a while. The one thing I was going to add about as Ghost of Yotai is my friends and we played Ghost of Tsushima Legends, which is like the online multiplayer. We played the hell out of it and loved it. And this one doesn't have the multiplayer. I think they already said it's coming out next year as an update. So I'll definitely be getting it. Even if I don't play the single player, I'll be getting it to play with my friends, the Legends, because it's super fun.
Okay, so you think they'll do a Ghost of Yote Legends at some point?
They've already confirmed it. It just isn't coming out day one or whatever.
Okay, so there's no multiplayer on day one.
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, and you're probably really excited about Saros because you were so into Returnal.
Yes, I'm honestly shocked that you still haven't given Returnal like a real chance. Saros looks amazing. I like that it looks almost like a Hindu, horror theme. The gameplay looks awesome, similar to Returnal. Loving everything about it. Can't wait. It comes out a day before my birthday.
You know what? I never really did give Returnal a chance. Maybe I should. Maybe I should look for like a used copy or something.
Seriously, and again, I almost should have shipped that with Expedition 33. You know, it's delayed
Well,
indefinitely.
yeah, thanks Canada Post. I'm just like never gonna get it now.
Well, I hope so, but yeah, like to me, Returnal is still the best game on the PS5.
Wow.
It just like scratches that itch, and it's so tight. And even if you go on like different forums and you say like what's the best gameplay and feel of gameplay for like a third person or whatever, lots and lots and lots of people will say that.
Okay.
Say Returnal. Yeah.
And I'm honestly really feeling a game like that where I don't have to invest a huge amount of time, and I can kind of like just do runs because it's a roguelite, right? More
Yeah,
or
but
less.
yeah, it basically, yeah. I mean, like it is. You just get upgrades as you play. Like you get permanent upgrades. If that
Yeah,
makes
same
sense.
like any roguelite, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean there is a big back catalog on Sony, but I don't know why. For some reason, Wolverine just looked really good to me.
Yeah, Wolverine
It
looks
is-
great, but I want to see what it actually looks like, 5 minutes straight, not just like the cutscene of gore.
I have a feeling the way the game is structured is like in a level select, and there's
Oh,
like
really?
12 or yeah, like 12 or 20 levels, and each level is like maybe there's like a hard, medium, like a star version on each one, but and the levels are like some of them are linear, some of them are cutscene and cutscene and fight and that's it. Some are cutscene and boss, and some are like little open world hubs where you can do side quests.
Yeah,
And
yeah. That'd be
I'm
cool.
I'm actually so into that structure because I'm so sick of like a open world, and it looks like there's enough variety of settings and times, like maybe jumping through time, because Wolverine's all about you can live forever or whatever.
Yeah. I don't
So it's
necessarily I was gonna say I don't necessarily think it's a level select, but I think I think it'll be more like kind of like the Last of Us kind of level design.
like Uncharted or Last of Us, where it just kind of like carries you through, but doesn't
Yeah,
like.
and then it's like there might be like a bigger open, like sort of open area that like then funnels back into kind of a straight linear path, but it's all kind of one game.
You know what? That would work too, and that's probably more likely. But I actually prefer my idea more because
When do you not?
no, it seems like the kind of game that could use a little bit of arcadiness, and to be able to go back to like episode 10 again and again and like try to get a higher score with the fighting and like almost like a little bit of like Devil May Cry Bayonetta style scoring
Yeah.
on the fighting, I think would go a long way. And I don't think this game. I don't necessarily care personally enough about like whatever cinematic storyline you have for me.
Yeah.
Spider-Man made perfect
Fair
sense
enough.
in an open world setting. To me, this makes sense to almost like I wish more games would go back to like older school structure of games where like level selects with a modern day sense would be so cool. I think didn't like Dishonored do that? Like Dishonored has a level select and it's almost like GoldenEye that way,
Yep,
right?
I like it a lot, and even the Hazelight games have like it. It kind of flows through, but you can always jump back to older levels.
Sorry, that was the Hitman games you said?
No, the Hazelight games like It Takes Two and Split Fiction.
Oh, okay. Yeah, true. I like yeah. Dig it. Okay, well, anyways, let's talk about Xbox and what's going on with Xbox. So Game Pass prices went up. Stores are saying they're not going to carry it, including Costco.
Wow.
Yeah, they say we're not going to carry it. And in a tweet, they said we have plenty of PlayStation and Switches. And people were like, "This is this trolling?" Like, and there's a rumor that just hit. I mean, I take it with a grain of salt that Microsoft is even considering not releasing a next console.
Yeah, like I think they either have decided that a long time ago. Well, I don't know. Like if they think it's gonna not be profitable, they could cut the cord. But it's just kind of like they spent so much on R&D, they might just follow it through and then say this is our last console. But I don't know. I think I see the more realistic idea is kind of like they partner with another, almost like a PC developer, like the ROG Asus Ally or whatever it's called, where they're not making their console themselves, but they're allowing their stuff to be, very well compatible with like a PC handheld device.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's disappoint. I can imagine how disappointing it would be just for someone who invested a lot in that ecosystem.
For sure. But you know what? Like, again, there's so many PC options, and I understand that some people that play Xbox aren't playing on PC, but everything is kind of transferable. And
Is every game that's on an Xbox console on PC?
I think so, but I mean, I don't know. If not, that's surprising.
Because there's games often for console that they'll be like, "Where's the PC version?" Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, Monster Hunter Wilds. Yes, it did come to PC, but like, it's a different version.
Capcom. That's Capcom.
True, but it's on Xbox.
Sorry, but I'm talking about Xbox games.
I know
what you're saying.
I'm talking about anything I've bought or you played on an Xbox ever.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Then yes, not everything's on PC. So if you lose it on Xbox, you lose it. Yeah.
So if I bought a game on my Xbox online, or like I downloaded it and paid for it digitally, I can't just turn on my Windows computer and play every single game I bought.
Yeah, but that's true for any platform that doesn't have forward compatibility.
Yeah, but every other platform that exists isn't going under. You know what I mean? Like, isn't a sinking ship that's maybe not going to keep going.
I know, but I'm saying I could buy an Xbox One and play all the Xbox One games the same way I could buy a Wii and play all the Wii games, but I can't play Wii games on the PC just like I can't play Xbox games on the PC that I bought from before.
True, but I just mean, it's just, I guess, I don't know. If someone's really into a gaming ecosystem and they've played every single COD on Xbox 360 till now, and they're just kind of like, do I want to keep buying stuff for? Are they going to not release the next console? And it's just like,
yeah, I think truly, Xbox is how do I phrase this? Like I was reading about how Xbox, since they bought, Activision Blizzard
and Bethesda,
like the higher ups at Microsoft, like not the Xbox division, are like, we just spent whatever it is, $50 billion. You got to be showing something for this. And I think, they've given him 6-7 years, and Phil Spencer has not shown anything.
I don't like him.
I honestly think he destroyed the Xbox brand. He went in such the weirdest directions. They like should have stuck to his lane in a way and just pivoted so hard in such weird directions.
Well, the thing with doing Game Pass is that, like, I get where in the beginning it was super consumer friendly, but like anything, the price like if any streaming service, if they're gonna keep adding value and keep adding games, the price has to eventually come up. And the amount of everyone who said they were losing sales on games that were releasing day one on Game Pass ended up being right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's one of the reasons, like they said, Call of Duty lost tons of sales by not being on Xbox. Being on Game Pass, and people aren't buying the physical on Xbox. So it's like just a dumb business decision. And I almost think, like, had they, this generation or ever, said, we're going to release our games on Game Pass, but 6 months, 8 months later, kind of like what Sony's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And Sony's doing it even later than that. Because their data released that Sony lost a ton of sales on Horizon Forbidden West when it hit their premium service. They actually said, their sales dropped significantly, and someone leaked, or a reporter or something was like, and they expect, like, the sales were continuing to do well, and then it went on that service and they dropped off, and they released it like 6 months later. And like, they were like, wow, so Sony now is not even doing it 6 months later. They're going to maybe wait 2 years, right? So with Xbox being on day one, it's like, why would anyone buy anything?
Yeah, truly. But you know what? I mean, we've seen it before with the like Netflix and the streaming services. I don't know how they're doing these days, but like there were articles a few years ago, but like, at some point you can't get any more people signing up and subscribing. And the way the market works is like you need growth. And like I'm just surprised that Xbox took this path of like being all in on Game Pass. Like, it's one thing to have a service that is something like this, you get the library from the past and whatever, but it's like everything was about Game Pass, and it just even from the beginning you could argue it wasn't ever a sustainable idea.
Well, the games are way more expensive to make than movies. You know what I mean? For them to make like a Halo game, or like a big, even a game like South of Midnight, like, you could make a bunch of run-of-the-mill thriller movies on Netflix.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying.
So it's just like the amount of cost they're not making on these games.
But I'm just saying, like,
by selling them.
Netflix had, I'm going to make it up, 20 million subscribers, but they never went over that because eventually everyone that subscribed has subscribed, really. And people started unsubscribing because there wasn't enough things to keep them. And people were worried about Netflix being sustaining and whatever. And I just think Xbox is the same idea where it's like, there's only so many people that own an Xbox or own a system that is going to get Game Pass. And at some point, you're capped out on how many games or how much money Game Pass is bringing in, but you have to keep pouring money into it to keep people on it, right? And I don't think you can't pour enough money onto it to pay for itself.
Yeah, and it also wasn't growing fast enough.
Yeah.
So it's not even like they had a huge amount of people joining.
I just think, but if that's the problem, for sure, we isolate the problem. I think what Microsoft's doing as their solution by adding 50% price to it is not going to work out for them.
No, terrible. And I would rather them just not put Call of Duty on it.
Truly, just say we're now lowering the price. They should almost we're lowering the price by $4 or a month or whatever it is, but we're not putting our premium games on it for the first 6 months.
Well, you have to imagine eventually they might actually say, they might make an announcement say future first party or future Xbox games and Bethesda games aren't going to be on here day one.
I know, but you can't increase the price by whatever it is 100% in 3 years and then.
No, I know it's crazy. That's a huge jump if you think about it the whole year.
Yeah, it's absurd.
But the thing is, when they're going to release the next Elder Scroll game, are they really going to want to lose that many sales? Are they going to reverse this decision at some point and say big upcoming games are not going to be on here day one?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just I don't know. It seems like bad business. And I also think that had games like Starfield and Halo Infinite really landed well and had been takeoff games like they probably expected, they had no reason not to expect those games to be big. And had they been able to keep games like Doom the Dark Age exclusive to Xbox, an Indiana Jones exclusive, and not port these games over.
But I get why they have to port the games.
I think though I mean, as much as I champion everyone be able to play all games, it really did damage the idea of having an exclusive lineup for this system.
Yeah, it damaged the idea of owning an Xbox at all. I have no, you know what I mean? It defeated the whole point of even owning the console.
They really could have been no, Bethesda games are exclusive. No, Call of Duty is exclusive. No, Minecraft's exclusive. You own our system,
Yeah.
But that would have been, Minecraft would have been terrible because so many people play Minecraft on the iPad. But I think that lawsuit forced them to say Call of Duty was coming to other systems, right? I think if Call of Duty could have been exclusive to Xbox, they could have that would have been a banger.
I mean, it could be. They
had a huge lawsuit with they tried to stop them from
the
buying
FCC,
them.
but that after they bought them, they can do whatever they want. What are they going to do? Take back the $50 billion deal?
Well, you're right, but they could sue them, or I don't know. I mean, you're right. They could do anything.
Yeah,
like that.
You're right. Sony probably could sue them.
If I were Microsoft at this point, I would make a Battlefield every other year, and I'd rename the Battlefield that comes in the middle year, and make them sci-fi and experiment and have fun with them.
Is Battlefield owned by who makes
EA.
Battlefield? So
Electronic Arts.
So Battlefield isn't owned by Xbox.
Sorry, yeah, not Battlefield. I meant Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty. This year, next year, it'll be some other shooter.
I just wish. My problem is, Xbox is so weird this generation because they really haven't had any bangers of a game. I get Indiana Jones is pretty good and Dark Ages is pretty good, and there's Call of Duty and whatever. There's just they don't. I don't know if it's just them in general or the games, but nothing is oh my god, that is the game of the generation or game of the year. Where I think, I don't necessarily think PlayStation has a game of the year every year, but usually when they release a game, a lot of people talk about it. It's kind of big in the zeitgeist, and Nintendo obviously has that too. When a Zelda game, Mario game, even Ghost of Yotei is going to be heavily discussed. But Indiana Jones was kind of it came and went. Doom kind of came and went. They there's no hype for their games. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like more people are talking about Death Stranding, which is a PlayStation exclusive, or Death Stranding
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Xbox just hasn't had that big one. I mean, probably Forza Horizon 4 was their biggest game.
I know. I'm so tired of them. Like, they also are so complacent and just sitting on their sequels. And that's not to excuse PlayStation and Nintendo from doing that, because they also just like release their same IPs. But I don't know. Like, I think Xbox is if you're the third person or the third horse in the race, freaking release something that's like just interesting, like just something freaking new. I don't know.
Yeah, like why not make Banjo 3?
Or exactly, or where the hell's Blade? You know, like where are the games that are a little bit more different? I don't know. I think I'm just ranting because I'm so tired of freaking Call of Duty. Like, all I hear is Call of Duty. All I hear is Battlefield. All I hear is, and I know it's not them, but I'm just so tired of Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like 2026 is going to be an interesting year for games, though.
Yeah, I agree.
But I mean, just back to Xbox, it's just like they just really Phil Spencer should be replaced, and I just don't feel like
I think he will be in the next 2 years.
Oh, I hope it's in the next like 3 weeks.
I don't think it'll be 3 weeks.
I mean, the press is pretty bad.
I know, but that would, you got to remember, like, when it comes to stocks and investments and whatever, you don't change all these things and then change your CEO that implemented them. It just like shows that you have no faith in the path. You have to at least ride it out for another year or so to, like, you got to think about like the optics, right? You change all these things and then you change the leadership because of those things. It looks really
true.
bad.
Like, it's got to like be behind the scenes. They have a whole new plan with a new director on
Like,
board.
I have a feeling they probably already have someone else that's doing transition with Spencer.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter to me at this point. Like, I'm okay. I don't need there to be an Xbox. Like, as long as PlayStation exists, they're both the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really only jumped into Xbox because Game Pass seemed like such a good deal, and because PS5 was sold out. So it's the only reason I got an Xbox Series X. And I've been pretty disappointed with it overall.
I want to sell mine, but it's actually gone up in price since I've been thinking about selling it. So
yeah, I don't know what to do with mine. I almost feel like I should just go to EB Games and trade it in, but
yeah.
You know what? The truth is, even at $30, I could justify getting 1 month of Game Pass to just play Call of Duty for that month and like try out Ninja Gaiden 4. You know what I mean? Like, I know,
but
Expedition.
I just know me. I just wouldn't. Like, I don't. Even if I spent that $30, I might play in that month a few hours of those games, and I'm like, oh man, I spent $30 for 4 hours of gaming when I could buy a game and spend 30 hours of gaming for $80. Like, I just don't think I would like when I had it, I was like, okay, I played Bloodstained Ritual of the Night or whatever it's called, and I was like, okay, I played this for 8 hours, and that's all of my Xbox gaming for this month. I didn't play for the past 4 months, so this total cost me like $67 to play this one game.
Yeah, but I just mean like, hey, if I want to sit down, this month in December, I'm gonna just play this game, and I really want to play this one game, and my friends are all gonna play Call of Duty. Like, you make more of a mission to do it.
I know, but I would, in my head, that same game is likely going to be on PlayStation, and I'd rather just wait for it to be cheap and own the game and play it when I want.
Yeah.
And have no time limit, because it's like, again, your month rolls over and you're not done the game. Well, I guess you're adding an extra month or never playing that game again.
Yeah. And, you know, back to what you said earlier, you made a comment about Indiana Jones not being... I think Indiana Jones is a great game.
For sure. I'm not...
I don't think it's mainstream. Like, I don't think it's the kind of game that took off into mainstream. I don't think the sales are probably incredible. But it's really cool. Did you ever end up playing that game, Derek?
No, it's on my to-buy list eventually.
Because, yeah, you should just get it for PS5.
That's the goal.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyways, let's move on to Nintendo here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because, you know, I follow Nintendo pretty closely. They have their big direct recently. I think we can just talk about some of those things if you want.
Okay.
The main things. You want me to just list off kind of the main things, or do you want me to go through every farming simulator?
Just the main. Let's do the main things.
Okay, so they showed off the Mario stuff with Galaxy 1 and 2, with Mario Wonder Bell Park, Mario Tennis Fever, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, and, of course, the movie announcement. In the rest of the direct, the big takeaways that I saw were Pokemon Pokopia, which is like a kind of a Pokemon game sim. Tamagotchi Life, they showed again. Virtual Boy on the Nintendo Switch Online service. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave.
Yep.
Resident Evil 7, 8, and especially 9. Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC, DK Island, and Emerald Rush. And that's it. Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime 4 trailer with the release date, and Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment trailer with the release date.
Yeah.
Am I missing anything?
I mean, Hades 2 release date.
Hades 2 with a release date, and also they're getting those, what's it called? Dynasty Warriors Origins is coming.
And Monster Hunter Stories, I guess. I don't know if that's
Monster Hunter Stories 3, yeah, that's never been a game I'm super into, but this one looks pretty good, and all the people who are into that series think it looks really good.
Yeah.
It is multi-platform, though, so it's not as...
No, yeah. It's not.
Switch 2 only. I think we both walked away from this direct kind of feeling like, it's okay. Like, I would probably give it a 7.
Yeah, I'm about the same. Like, there's some things that are great, and it's nice to know, and there's some things I'm even looking forward to next year, but I don't think... There was no face melter this time, and that's okay. It doesn't always need to be a face melter, but yeah, I don't think it was mind-blowing.
Yeah, I mean, the Switch has an interesting, like, future, right, in a way, looking at it, because I feel like there's nothing for me to be too excited about in the first half of next year. I mean, as far as Switch 2 exclusive or Switch 2 focused games, next year it's Mario Tennis Fever, Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave, and Duskblood.
Fire Emblem. I'm day one super stoked for.
Yeah, and Splatoon Raiders. Forgot about that one.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's hard to be like super excited about the first half of the year because nothing seems like it sounds like Duskblood and Fire Emblem won't be in the first half.
You don't think Fire Emblem is going to be the first half of 2026?
No.
Oh, I think it will be for sure.
So just to go back to this one, looks more in my opinion, and from what I've read, akin to Three Houses. Do you agree?
Well, it's literally a direct sequel, so I...
Okay. Well, it just looks more like that than Engage. So it looks like a bigger, more involved, it has the town and everything.
Engage had a town.
Oh, did it? Okay, well,
yeah.
I don't know anything about Fire Emblem.
So what are you commenting for then?
What?
What are you commenting about if you don't know anything about it?
I'm talking about the first one. Sorry, Three Houses was announced way before it came out. It was announced in 2017 at was it even 2017? I believe it's the 2017 Nintendo Direct. Fire Emblem was announced.
But I'm just saying this is shown in September. I wouldn't be shocked if this comes out in March, April, or May.
I almost guarantee it won't. You know why? Because Bella Bell Park and Mario Wonder and Yoshi both got spring release dates. So did Tamagotchi Life. Those all got spring 2026.
Okay.
Fire Emblem did not get it spring, summer, nothing. Okay. Also, looking at Three Houses, announced in 2017, showed off again in 2018, showed off again and finally released in June 2019. It took a while with they showed it well in advance.
Yeah, true.
There's not the kind of series that's like, hey, surprise, coming out 3 months from now. So I have a feeling it'll be like a September, maybe August at the earliest.
Okay. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
I'd love to see it sooner. I just think like with announcing Mario Tennis in February, I think we can assume like March, April, and May is probably Mario Wonder and or the Yoshi game.
But you know what? That's honestly fine with me because as someone who's getting it Switch 2 later this year, I'm gonna have enough to play. So I'm not. I mean, like, I don't think that the lineup from what you're saying sounds very strong in the first half of 2026. But personally, I don't really care. But I know what you're saying.
True. I guess I'm not trying to complain. It just feels like I think the Switch is lacking like this big hype monster feeling. And every Nintendo console before has always had a little of that. Because at least with Switch, we had Zelda and then Mario and then Smash Bros. To look forward to like almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously we had that big Zelda and big Mario game already. So right now we don't have that on Switch 2, and it doesn't look like it's like in the immediate horizon. And these all just look kind of like, I mean, if you think about it, even this fall on Switch 2, if you think about real Switch 2 games, we've got Kirby's Air Riders and Hyrule Age of Imprisonment. Like that's the first party bangers, let's call them.
Yeah.
You can count Metroid Prime and Pokemon and Mario Galaxy if you want, and they'll sell well. But like those are Switch One games. And I guess my whole point is that I think Switch 2 isn't like it's going to be the same feeling transitional generation that going from PS4 to PS5 was, where there's a lot of cross-gen. There's not necessarily the feeling of these like this huge slate of games just for the new system in that first 2 years. You know, I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a different feeling with this generation. I don't know. What do you feel, Derek? I mean, trying to not think that you are getting it later and you have catching up to do. What do you think?
No, I agree. I think, but like I agree, but I think maybe you're forgetting like Donkey Kong Bonanza is rated really well. You know, I'm hyped for that game. Hades 2, I know it's also on PC. Like that is a Switch console exclusive right now. That is awesome and a big game. You're right. Like, you know, I think part of it also is, and I don't know if you agree personally with this, but Metroid Prime 4 for me right now has not really carried the hype of the Metroid Prime series. I don't think the trailers have been weak, and we can talk about that in a few minutes. But
Yeah.
you know, so Metroid Prime hasn't really been that standout, like, oh my god game that I feel like it would have been in the previous Prime releases. And I think, you know, Mario, the Donkey Kong kind of replaced, but and Tears of the Kingdom's already come out for the Switch 1. So even though there's the upgraded version that's great, Kirby Air Riders is a little bit like a side game, I guess. Not a side game, but
it's
yeah,
not a tent pole. It's like a B tier.
Exactly. And it's like, you know, it'd be nice if they talked a little bit about, again, one of the other four kind of big games. Like we had Mario Kart World, and even that Mario Kart World didn't do so hot review wise and fan wise because of some just design changes that weren't as loved as 8. But like, you know, I get no Animal Crossing, Smash Bros, Mario, or even Splatoon, but like even one of those, like, usually Nintendo does that thing where where's that last minute trailer where I get Fire Emblem's big now, but man, it wouldn't be sick to be like Splatoon 4 coming holiday 2026. Like that would get people hyped.
I mean, with Splatoon Raiders, I think will take the attention for that series for a couple of years. Like I think Splatoon 4 is later in the generation, but you're right. Like,
but where is the Splatoon? Why didn't
a 3D Mario?
Or why not show Splatoon Raiders? Exactly. Why don't you show, you know, a little title card for Mario, a little title card for something like that, or hell, where's like the top down? Do a top down Zelda and just show us that. Like,
well, they just did. We just got that with Echoes of Wisdom. It's kind of recent.
No, for sure. That's not the best example. I just mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit of.
I mean, at this point, it's really where's 3D Mario.
Like, honestly,
because that's been the longest wait we've waited for that series.
For sure, but I think DK's kind of filled that spot, at least temporarily. Yeah, I know it's not the same.
I kind of think what happened with a lot of people with the Switch 2 lineup was everyone was expecting a 3D Mario.
Yeah.
And when the Donkey Kong was announced and it was coming out only a month after the release of the system, I think people kind of thought like, oh wow, like that's going to be like the summer game to like warm us up for some big winter 3D Mario, like the big one. And then when they came out, it was like, oh, like DK kind of was the big one. And honestly, like I love that game. To me, we can talk about it later, but I think it's better than Galaxy 1, 2, and Odyssey. Like I really think it's like such a supreme game. But I think if DK was a holiday game, it would have changed the mentality because we'd still be looking forward to it. There'd be a little hype here and there at the Direct. And we'd be like, oh my god, we're getting this awesome Nintendo in-house big platform game. And it could have even been reviewed better, released as like a early November game. Maybe it would have had more Game of the Year clout. But I think actually what happened was Metroid Prime 4 got delayed. And I actually think they were planning on having it come out earlier in the year. And there's been
that makes
some
sense.
rumors about that, like the Kiwi Talk channel. I know some people don't believe that channel, but I mean, the guy interviews a lot of ex-retro staff, and it's just coming out this late in the year when it was shown off last year seems odd, and it just seems like the kind of game that would have been a perfect thing to fill in that summertime slot. As like Metroid's not super popular, it would have had more attention at launch or near the launch of Switch 2 versus like deep in the holidays.
No, that's fair. I honestly. I agree with you on the Metroid Prime. I think there was some turbulence as the game's been developing. Like, you know, there's some people saying like that it didn't really have a vision for a long time. We're talking about this kind of hype and build up, and the game that actually stands out for me is Smash Bros. And I don't know if Smash Bros. Is even anywhere in the pipeline if Sakurai's work on Kirby Air Riders, or what that looks like. But even if they just took Ultimate and just showed more characters and whatever, like if there's one thing
that's what I've been saying forever. They should just do an Ultimate upgrade, Ultimate Deluxe or something.
But I know, but whether it's that or a new Smash Bros, what I was gonna say is Smash Bros carries hype for years. Every direct you put a trailer of a new character, those things carried so much power of viewership, talk, discussion, and I think that is kind of one of those things where one character announcement is something we would dissect for a whole podcast. Like really, that's what people do. So
imagine the same exact direct with one character announcement. Like that would have made the direct so much better.
Exactly.
And hyper. So and it just makes directs in general hype. But I don't know. Smash Bros can't be around forever.
I know, but just imagine them saying Smash Bros Switch 2 Fighter Pack and it showed a character. That'd be wicked.
Yeah, I really, again, I think the way they're gonna, what I'd like them to do and what I think makes the most sense is for them to just do like an Ultimate Plus for that Switch 2 only, make it 120 frames, make it 4K, whatever, and like add new characters again.
Mm-hmm.
Add a few new modes, but like basically keep it the same game. And people might complain about paying, now paying $70 for it, but too bad.
I would in a heartbeat.
Yeah, if it has 5 new characters or whatever, it seemed that'd be worth it. And they might actually have a Switch, like you have Ultimate upgrade plan, right? Maybe it's paying $20,
mm-hmm.
and then you get it, and then because they know you're gonna buy every character. I mean, I'd love that. I don't know if I'd want them to go back to like what why redo it? Why make 90 characters again?
No, like you and I discussed it. The really it's only two paths. They continue the game they already have and add to it, and I think that could maybe last them one generation, or they reboot the franchise and they cut it down to 30, 40, whatever characters, and just heavily change it.
Like change the way the whole game mentality is. Like change, rebirth it.
Like a reboot. That's the only way.
Yeah. It's weird with gaming when a game just becomes so kind of like, it's just like, what do you need more than that game for this type of thing?
Yeah.
It's weird almost because it's kind of rare.
Let's talk about Metroid Prime in the trailers for a bit, because this is something that's been weighing on me and my just thoughts a bit, and I'm curious because your Metroid Prime 1 I know is like
Metroid Prime fan.
Exactly. It's like your biggest game, like one of your favorite, if not your favorite game of all time. And I just want to know how you're feeling after this motorcycle cutscene and kind of how it looks. The motorcycle area looks kind of barren, and what the rest looks like, and your thoughts on, it's coming out in 2 months, which is pretty exciting in a way. But I'm just, because it's been 8 years of waiting. I'm just curious of how you're feeling about it right now.
8 years. I mean, Metroid Prime 3 came out in 2007, Derek.
I know, but when did this get announced? 2017?
I know, but I've been waiting since 2007.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm really excited about this. Yeah, I mean, I've already pre-ordered it.
Yeah, for sure.
I actually went and bought a Nether voucher. I'm so annoyed I waited this long, because I spent a voucher on Xenoblade Chronicles X because my vouchers were going to expire in August. But when this game got announced, I thought to myself, well, why would I buy it on Switch 2 for the full price, for this 90 whatever plus tax $100? I think it's $99.99 after tax.
The only thing I thought is maybe there'd be a special edition that you would get.
No, I don't. I only have certain series I'm going to do that with. I can't do that forever. I did that with DK. I have that for Donkey Kong and
you have Metroid Dread.
Mario Kart. I have it digitally only. Oh, you're right. I do have, but I got leaked. No, I had a leak in my place that ruined the box.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I just took the case. I have the case. You're right. I have the case in the game, and I might just sell it.
Oh, that sucks. I didn't know
it sucks. I know the whole thing got it's so wet that it disintegrated in my hands.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. So, but anyways, I think that the trailer. I don't know. It's like a really badly edited trailer.
Yeah, but forget the editing. What did you think of the motorcycle, 1 in general, and 2? It does look barren where you're driving it. It very does get that Pokemon Scarlet Violet feel, where it's just kind of nothing there.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't see really enough of gameplay to make a huge call on that. but it is a little worrisome. I don't think that the game will end up being bad. I also don't think the game will be open world. I actually just think it'll be like one section of the game will be that desert.
I think there's gonna be a lot more motorcycle than the one section. I think that desert area is just one world, but I think you'll be using the motorcycle a lot.
I think you'll be doing it in other sections too, but I don't think it'll be necessarily a lot. I think there'll be full entire worlds where you're not on it at all.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I think the motorcycle is going to be upgradable. I think you can find upgrades for it. I
think so too. Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot to it. I think there's going to be multiple bosses you fight on it. I think there's going to be a lot of on foot too. But I think that's one of their big things is the motorcycle. They made an amiibo for it. Like I think it's going to be bigger than.
Yeah, I don't. I think it looks cool, like a bit. It feel. I don't know. It's. I'm still really excited for it, but yeah, like nothing it's weird. It's like if someone online did like a trailer re-edit, and they took like all the trailers and edited it into like a good trailer, and the game looks awesome, right? Like if you take stuff from the Treehouse demo and you take stuff from like that early area with the greenery, right? There was like the really nice world design.
Yeah. Wait, did you say someone did do that, or you wish someone did?
No, someone did.
Can you share that with me?
I'll try to find a few. It might have just been on like Reddit, right? Like just scrolling through Reddit, and then someone took like the coolest shots from the new trailer and edited it, and it took from that psychic trailer and like put it all together and like put a couple bike clips in, so it's not like this. Hey, look, the whole game is you're on a bike feeling of the trailer. And when you watch it, you're like, oh, like this game actually looks really cool. Like it looks really, there's lots of cool environments and it's like sharp graphics. And so I think just the way they've just shown this game is awful. It's
That's what I'm saying. Like the trailers are just weak.
And it's like they use it as a selling point for mouse controls before even selling the game itself. It's like, I mean, I was more impressed by the 120 frames, which I won't even use. I'll do 4K 60, but like I don't know. It's been weird the way the game's been shown off, and it feels like almost like Metroid Prime 3 had that a bit when it was announced and shown off. It was like, hey, look at Wii pointer controls. Test out the Wii controls. Look what you can do with the nunchuck, and look what the Wii can do. And like, it's just like that's not really the vibe of Metroid. You know what I mean? It's more like, well, show me how cool the world is and all that stuff. So I still have faith this is gonna be a great game. I actually think it's gonna be like the longest Metroid game.
I agree with that.
And the real thing that I question with the bike is that, like, Metroid's usually the kind of game where you can kind of go to, like, one place at a time to progress, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You can still go and, like, get small upgrades here and there, but it's never been a game like, Hollow Knight, where it's like you can kind of progress no matter where you go and do that boss or that boss, and that's part of the game. In Metroid games, unless you're sequence breaking and like, you know, glitching, like half glitching out the controls to get places you're not supposed to, you're basically going from one place to the next place you're supposed to go. And Metroid Prime has been that same way too. And it's not like that's fine. But when you open the world up with a big desert and it's like, hey, you can go anywhere, like, what's the point what am I going to just like go way over there to get a missile upgrade? Or am I going to go way over there and it's going to be a door that I can't open, so I go way back there to get, like, what's the point of having that traversal? You know what I mean? Other than being annoying.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm kind of like, well, maybe they are opening it up a bit. And maybe they are doing little things where you can get separate upgrades. At least in Metroid Prime 1, you could upgrade each beam set on its own. So you could upgrade those out of order. So maybe this game's going to like let the upgrade system be a little more open, or it wouldn't be cool if I'm on the bike and I could like find a cave, spend a bit of time in it doing like almost like a mini little Metroid area, killing some enemies, you know, doing a puzzle or like beating a little mini boss, and then getting like a worthwhile upgrade, like even an energy tank or something. And like that could actually work for Metroid.
I think that actually is quite similar to what it might actually be.
Yeah, and that's where when I started thinking about that, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And there's something kind of exciting about like crossing a desert, and I think the way the world is that there's the storm area, and when you're on the desert, you can see to the left there's that big storm, and I think in that storm is where those towers are. And I think it could give the world like a really large feeling to it, where that's something that Metroid Prime 1 and 2 like did not really have. Like they feel big, but like not that big. It feels like you're only seeing a part of it. You know, like I remember in Metroid Prime 2, you'd like look way off in the distance in that first area where you can see off the cliffs, and you're like, well, I'm never gonna go over there. And even in the Sanctuary Fortress, you could see like down into the city area. You're like, well, I'm never gonna see that area. Where with this game, it might feel like you're really seeing the whole planet. Like Metroid Prime 1 gave me the feeling that I can see the whole. This is the whole planet. Like there's nowhere I'm missing really. And this game does that, but on a grander sense, that could be really cool. Where it's like this is the whole entire planet we're seeing.
Yeah. One thing that I think is, I agree with you mostly where there is potential, and I have faith that this game's gonna be great. The trailers haven't been stellar, but I have faith. But I think that something that kind of sounds cool to me is, you were mentioning you're kind of normally in Metroid, like you're in one place and you're kind of getting an upgrade in that one area. Where something cool about this is the difficulty, where I'd love to go into an area where it's like, wow, this boss and these enemies are like kicking my ass, but I managed to get through, and all of a sudden I got the upgrade for the fire beam, and I'm like, oh man, like this now makes me really strong for other areas. But I don't know, like there's like I find the difficulty. It'd be cool if you like really pushed yourself and you got an upgrade that like made, like imagine you working again on a hard cave and you got the fire beam. And then you actually are doing the ice area with the fire beam, where most people are doing the ice area without the fire beam. You're like, wow, this made it a lot easier for me. Like, I don't know. I think there's some cool ideas there.
I mean, something more open-ended for sure. Yeah. And I'd even appreciate if it's like, if you stop off somewhere along the let's call it quasi-open world, it's not just like, oh, shoot this wall and it blows up and you get a missile upgrade. Maybe there's a whole little like sort of mission. It's like you go into a tomb and like you have to scan this thing and do this puzzle, and you go deeper and deeper and kill a mini boss, and then you get a missile upgrade. Like making the world feel bigger and feeling like each one of those is its own little, it's worthwhile exploration. Yeah, I don't want to ride my bike way over there to just like shoot a crack in the wall. You know what I mean, and get a missile.
For sure. The one thing I was thinking about too is Nintendo does like to show off footage from really early parts of their game. And I was thinking maybe the desert is like where you get the bike, and it's supposed to be very open and basic because you're learning how to use it, and they're making it very like easy to learn how to figure it out. And then later on, it gets a little bit more intense and detailed, and jumps and wall riding and screw attacks, and it's like tighter turns. Like maybe that is just like the tutorial area, and that's why it's kind of barren.
Yeah, and there's got to be a boss on a bike.
At least one giant worm.
But I do also think to keep some of your expectations in check, because there has to be a Switch 1 game too, and so like the fact that it is such a barren desert, I'm kind of like, oh, so it can run 60 frames on Switch 1.
Yeah, good point.
So I just don't think you're gonna be like racing through a jungle or anything too exciting.
Yeah.
Well, no game does though. I mean, that's like super hard to do. I guess like that. What's that zombie world? Days Gone or whatever does that kind of vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But not quite the same. But I don't know. I'm open to it. I still like think the look of Metroid Prime 4 is like very interesting. Like it's just this kind of like weird sci-fi that feels very 90s, and it's got like this orange and purple color scheme, and like it's got this weird like motorcycle that would have been cool in the 90s, and it's got like psychic abilities. Like it's just such an enigma of a game, and like we haven't seen a single thing about it. Like it's not like we've seen a boss or seen like lots of enemy. All the enemies we've seen have been like little tiny ones, and it's like we've seen like little gameplay snippets. We haven't seen any upgrades. Like they've shown us like the dumbest moves with the psychic thing. It's like, oh, open totally. Push a block, and like there's the one where you can like shoot the thing and move in 3D space, which looked pretty cool, but there's got to be more to this combat being upgraded that they're hiding. And we've even seen like someone broke down one of the trailers, and they're like, we haven't seen the game very far into it yet, because they're like, look at what the upgrades that you have, do these images and these little clips, and like there is like some things that we're not sure, like there's a fire symbol below the missiles, and no one knows what that is. And I just think there's got to be more that they're hiding about this game, and I think they're either keeping it close to the chest for like a really like close to launch trailer, maybe they just want to keep it secret.
I was gonna say, not even a trailer. Imagine like just the previews like of reviewers playing it, and they get to have a little snippet, and they're just like, it's the real deal.
I really think it is, because what they showed from that Treehouse demo is so incredibly polished, and it looks so good, and like just so polished and detailed, and everything just looks great. And I'm just kind of like, there's no way they're just gonna like fumble this up. It's really just bad marketing. It truly is just bad marketing. But at the end of the day, it's like Tears of the Kingdom had almost bad marketing leading up. I remember people being questioning it like a couple months before release.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Fair.
you were like, "Oh, it's DLC. It looks the same. It's the same world. Why should we buy this?" And then they finally they showed the final trailer, or they Iwata or not Iwata, Aonuma did that trailer or that little gameplay snippet where he like was using Fuse and God Hand and showing us the possibilities. And then they showed us that final trailer, and like hype was in full thrusters, and it sold 20 million copies.
And they never ever showed in trailers the underground.
Yeah, they never showed the underground, and they didn't give us any hint about being able to build things or fuse items until like 2 months before it came out.
Mm-hmm. True.
So I'm kind of thinking they're gonna pull something similar with Metroid Prime 4, and they kind of like begrudgingly showed it as like a Switch. They had to show Switch games. They had to show the Switch 2 like functionality, and I think it's just like hasn't really gotten its proper marketing.
Yeah.
And I think
Fair.
when they do it, and you're like, "Whoa, look at that boss! Whoa, look at that boss! Whoa, look at that boss!" It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be full of spoilers, but yeah. So
Yeah.
it's still my most excited game, and basically right now, and I'm thinking about like I have later on, we'll talk about what our next game is and stuff. Like once Metroid Prime 4 comes out, it doesn't matter what other game I have. Like that's the number one game I'm playing till I beat it.
Yeah.
You know,
And it instantly becomes your game of the year.
it's already my game of the year. No, but it's the only other game at this point I'm like, this could be my game. This could actually
Yeah.
blow me the f away and be another like Nintendo has these like big releases once in a while, like these massive like Tears of the Kingdom and Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Galaxy, and like Metroid Prime 4 is another one of those could be things.
Mm-hmm.
And
Agreed.
Nintendo really only has like one of those every 2 years normally. Um, they usually have a lot of B tier games, right? But like those big games, you're like, wow, like this is one of those. Like Metroid Prime is the potential for that. So and I think it has a high potential. So I'm really excited about it.
Mm-hmm. No, I am too. Looking forward to it.
I am also like, I feel weird about Switch 2. I wish their next year lineup had me a little more excited. Just Fire Emblem's not for me. Duskblood, I don't know the multiplayer thing, but I will say Mario Tennis Fever looks pretty great. It kind of
Yeah.
looks like everything a Mario Tennis game should be. And for once, I actually kind of think the special Fever racket thing could kind of work.
Yeah, like I don't hate the gimmick, and I'm used to. Like, I've accepted that there will be gimmicks, but it
Yeah.
looks like this one is a little bit more fleshed out. Like I think there's a lot to it, so it looks fun. Honestly, I haven't played a tennis game in a long time, and it looks fun.
You never got Aces, did you?
No.
Okay, so I played Aces, yeah, and that's why I'm like not as excited. It's like almost like yeah, you should go every other Mario Tennis, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I this one looks really good, and I'm kind of on the fence. Like, do I want to buy it? It looks fun, but I don't know. I played quite a bit of Aces, and just I don't need it. I don't need another Mario Tennis game right now. It feels like
I think I'd probably get Mario Tennis in like 3 or 4 years.
yeah, even though the online is usually better at first, but it's harder than Nintendo because the price isn't going down. But I don't know. I guess I wish it was a different thing from Camelot rather than Golf or Tennis. I wish
Yeah.
they were making
Yeah, Golden Sun 3, 4.
like a Golden Sun remake or something.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
I definitely am. So Galaxy 2. I'll talk about what we've been playing, but I bought Galaxy 2. I
So
think
this is we're now on the what we've been playing.
well, no, I'm just still going through the direct a bit.
Okay.
Well, there's a few things here still.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Are you gonna buy them? Because you could still buy them for Switch 1.
No, I'm not gonna buy them.
Okay. The price. Are you upset about the price? Like,
I'm not necessarily upset about the price. And I know you can buy them separately. I just, you know, I played Galaxy 1 on the Switch. I played Mario 64. Played Galaxy 2 is awesome, and I might get it down the line, but it really is on the list of all the games I want to play and all the games I own versus don't own but want to buy. Galaxy 2 a replay is not high on the list. You know, it might be game number 24, but I'd rather play Hades 2 and DK Bonanza and Metro Prime 4 and Mario Kart World and a slew of PS5 games and the third-party games. Like, I want to play Galaxy 2 because it's a great game, but when it's juggling, it's not even the cost, it's like the time. When juggling the time, replaying it isn't high enough on my list to be like, yes, it's a buy.
Mm-hmm. But, I gotta say, Galaxy 1 and 2 will probably sell more than Kirby Air Riders, Metroid Prime 4, and Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment combined.
For sure. What I was thinking, and I was talking to my friend about it, it's kind of cool, is the Switch/Switch 2, whatever you want, has a physical version of Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Mario Odyssey.
And 3D World.
I actually said that one too. 3D World.
And Odyssey. Yeah, it's great. The Switch family has like an incredible access to like Donkey Kong, Mario, and Zelda games and Metroid games. Like it has the best access to these franchises we ever had. Pikmin, all of them. You know what I mean? Like there's not really a lot missing.
Agreed.
It's like 3DS and DS basically. Also
Game Boy
Tennis.
Advance.
I can play Mario Tennis on Game Boy Advance, on N64, soon GameCube, Aces, soon Fever. You can get all sorts of Mario Tennis. Honestly, the problem with Mario Tennis is 64 is still so good, and with Nintendo Switch Online, you can play 64 online, which I do.
Yeah, 64 is great.
And you don't have to split screen or anything. But the thing with Galaxy, we'll talk about it later when we're on Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, I'm not going to buy that. Are you? Nothing sold me.
Yeah, my deal is basically I would have to beat the Age of Calamity before I play Age of Imprisonment, because I played that game for like 25%.
I agree. And I don't really want to play Age of Calamity unless they release like an upgrade, like a graphical.
Yeah, agreed.
What did you think about Yoshi and the Mysterious Book?
I think it's a cool idea, and I think people will like it that like those very easy baby games. Like very I loved Woolly World. I got burned by Crafted World. I beat the whole thing, but it is a snooze fest. It's just so easy. And I think Yoshi is just their young intro to video games kind of model. And I think this is just another one of those where, again, cool idea and seems fun for, like it's one of those things where it's like, maybe I'll play with my 4-year-old kid, and if you, like, who knows?
But don't you think like Yoshi and the Mysterious Book in a way almost looks more complicated than Crafted or Woolly World? Like,
yeah, but it also looks very forgiving. Like, it's not necessarily the complexity, it's the forgiveness. Like, when you look at Woolly World, those levels are like tight platforming in some of the scenarios, where this looks like, follow the enemy and see what they do. And
yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll be sort of structured like I don't want to say open world, but like not level based.
I think it'll be level based for sure.
Just like this, they really did not. The gameplay looked so boring to me, and it's too bad because the art style looked really cool.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, I'm sure they have some sort of idea there. I don't see how that concept can carry a whole game, or be that interesting at a certain point.
Yeah, but again, this is another one where maybe we'll see more and be surprised.
Yeah, it's like, can I command an army of enemies? Like, am I doing tower defense? Like, is some crazy stuff going down? Or am I just like...
Could you imagine they rebranded Yoshi as a tower defense genre?
It's like you just are like commanding all the characters in the world. I just mean there's got to be... Like, to me, it's like, it's kind of like the way they started showing the game, I'm like, okay, so what's the hook? Like, where's the gameplay? Like, okay, I get that.
I didn't really get the gameplay. Yeah,
I get that's what these things do, but like, what am I the player doing? Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Not that interested. I kind of just, to be honest, when I saw that, I actually groaned and was like, couldn't you just do a Woolly World port? Like, I feel like people would want a Woolly World 4K edition more.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Like a Woolly World coming in March, let's say, would be like, oh, sick, a game in March that everyone wants. Like, that game is legitimately stuck on the Wii U. Like, no one played, or a 3DS, but like, to see that game look good, you're stuck on the Wii U. And that game was in 720. It could look great in 4K. Like, come on. Anyways. Yeah. Mario Wonder in Bella Bell Park. Terrible name. Looks really fun to me.
I mean, that doesn't interest me at all. I'll be honest.
I think like there's like I like the idea of like having some multiplayer challenges, and it hinted at some more single player challenge stuff. So like more additional single player stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of faith in their DLC having any content. I think DK Bonanza's DLC is a joke and a waste of money, and I think this
Okay,
this
well,
is
we're going to talk about that too, because that's what I've been playing. It's not a joke.
I know, but you might be the only person that actually
No.
thinks it's worth.
No, go on Reddit. And there's also Donkey's talking about it. He loves it.
Okay.
It's like people seriously, like right now with Nintendo, there's this serious like online kind of hate movement for it.
No, I actually disagree. I think there are people that like it. I think that it was a waste of money, and I think it's way overpriced. Is a better way to put it. And I think they should have put that free instead of costing another.
Oh, it would have just improved the quality of the game so much if it was free, or if it was just in the base package.
It should. I disagree with the model of thinking that's a $30 price.
Again,
tag.
I actually think that had Metroid Prime come out in the summer and DK was the fall, it might just be an $80 game and include Emerald Rush.
I know, it should have just been like, even if it's a month late, put it out for free. $30 is ludicrous for that.
Yeah, well, it's not really though. If you think about it, it's only $20 US, so we're paying for the exchange, and also like, it's pretty deep. The mode adds a lot.
Okay.
Anyways, let's talk about what we've been playing then. I mean, I'm kind of done with all, unless we want to talk about Pokemon.
No, let's do what we've been playing.
So let me just talk about DLC because we're already segueing into it. So I bought it almost immediately just because I love Donkey Kong Bonanza. And I'm at a point now with all this such angry people over Nintendo pricing. You know, this also ties into our Galaxy 1 and 2 talk about the price. I just don't care anymore. Like, I've accepted that Nintendo's a premium price. They're charging like Apple, they're charging like Mercedes, they're charging like a high-end clothing brand, like in the space of games. That's what they're doing. You got it. People have to accept it. And at the end of the day,
no, that is the worst mentality ever.
No, but at the end of the day, it's like, sure, don't buy it, but it's like, who's really wrong when Galaxy 1 and 2 sells 10 million copies at the price? The game at the end of the day, like, I'm still
Galaxy
spending...
1 and 2, I think it's overpriced, but people buy it, so whatever, that's fine. People,
but
you're right. It's premium. It's not overpriced. It's a premium.
And people
price.
will buy Emerald Rush, I'm sure too. And I think Donkey
but
Kong
Emerald
Bonanza
Rush is actually
well
Emerald Rush is a burn. Okay, that is way too much money for a game. A game that I don't care. A game that came out a month ago, a month later, to charge $20 when the game itself is $70 Think of how much content is in this $70 game. To add that for $20 more is a burn. I don't care. That's
I don't know though,
ridiculous. $5, fine, I get it. $20,
but the mode is significant. Like, we can talk about the mode itself, but I just mean, like, at the end of the day, whether or not I pay $20 or $30, if I'm getting hours and hours and hours of entertainment out of it, like, the value's still there. Like, okay. I see the value.
I'm just saying, people have a right. People have a right to say it's overpriced. Like, I don't think that's
true, but it's like, just the people are like, the idea of boycotting it, or the idea of like raging, or like totally not buying into Nintendo's ecosystem at all because a couple games here and there are like $10 more overpriced. Like, it's just like, it's not.
My good friends, all of them are never buying Nintendo, and the reason is because they never lower their prices. That's the biggest issue that they have with it. They think it's ridiculous. Yeah, but every other system in game eventually lowers their price.
Yes, but we're also seeing a situation, and Nintendo does have sales from time to time, like meager sales.
Yeah, but
it's like get Zelda like $10 off.
It's just a level of gatekeeping for people that can't afford it. They can't ever play Nintendo. Like, there's no way into it.
But there's a point. Yeah, okay, I get with the price dropping, but at the end of the day, like, them charging $10 more than they should have for DLC for Donkey Kong, or them charging $10 or $20 more for Galaxy 1 and 2, it's just not that big a deal when I'm spending the hours on the entertainment.
I know, but when people think of how much money they put into spending things on Nintendo,
yes,
for them to milk an extra 20 for that is why people are furious.
It's a premium costed product, whether you feel like it's a premium product. They are a Mercedes. Yes. They have a name brand, yes, and they don't care if you can't afford it. And
but that's why people. But that's why people are outraged. Is care a little bit.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's just, I also have to look at the other factors, like massive layoffs at every company but Nintendo, and like, is the way that other rest of the gaming industry going sustainable? Like, are they undervaluing their games? Is
No,
Ubisoft, EA just sold to Saudi Arabia? Like, are we living in a place where the gaming industry is healthy and the market where we're expecting to pay $60 for a AAA game that's better and better and better realistic?
You know what? I actually totally agree with you on that. I think the cost of games that Nintendo are selling, I have no issue with. I find just the ratio of cost for this DLC in particular, the ratio of what is added versus what it costs and how close it is to actual launch of the game frustrates me.
But a lot of games have DLC like close to launch like that, like 2 months later?
Not for $20 for that much. Like I can't think of a single one.
Okay. Well, I will say, so I've played a bunch of Emerald Rush.
Mm-hmm.
The island itself is like whatever. It's kind of nothing. It's like it's really nostalgic. It's neat, but like for 20 minutes, like there's nothing to do in the actual island, DK Island. It's almost like the Splatoon. It's almost like what they brought. Well, I haven't gotten to Emerald Rush yet.
I know Emerald. Yeah.
It's almost like the Splatoon 3 DLC that neither of us bought. That was like that roguelite version.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, buy, and you also get the Splatfill from Splatoon 1 that does nothing. And so it artificially inflates the price. And that actually is one where I'm like, I probably would have bought it if it was at a cheaper price. If it was like a $15 DLC for Splatoon 3, I would have bought it. But it being $40 and forcing me to get the town, you know what I mean? A little much.
It's a premium price product.
Well, yeah, I mean, that is an example. You're right. And also it was years after it came out. But with DK, you know, yes, maybe it shoulda, coulda, would have been cheaper. I'm not saying it like necessarily justifies the price, but Emerald Rush is not like a throwaway mode. It's like
I actually agree with that. I think Emerald Rush is not a throwaway mode, and I think there's probably a lot of hours and fun in whatever in there. I just think it's like it's not like they made a whole new world and whatever. They just like took the old stuff and threw a new mechanic and a roguelite mechanic on it. I don't know, like just give it out for free, you know, like seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing with Nintendo right now is like they just feel like they're not being generous in any way.
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
And it'd be nice if they just had something that felt generous, you know, like
yeah.
I even thought Metroid Prime 4 was gonna have like a $60 price on Switch 1 and free upgrade and Switch $60 price on Switch 2. Like, given that Metroid Prime Remastered was $40, I didn't expect them to go the distance of adding the $10 for the Switch 2 edition and making it the more expensive. Like, it just seems like there's ways they could be cheaper for like customer goodwill.
Yeah, maybe lowering their prices of games too after 2 years, 5 years.
Yeah, maybe doing doing a big permanent price drop of games or something. But it is what it is. Anyways, I've been playing Emerald Rush, and I gotta say, it's actually really fun, and it kind of adds to the game like a foreverness. Like, you know, in those platform games you kind of get everything and you're like, well, what do I do now? I'm just running around an empty world.
Yeah, I know you're talking about, because Returnal has that vibe for me. It's fun to go back even though you're done everything because of that mode. Yeah,
and that's what Emerald Rush does, and it's kind of dense in a way where like you'll be replaying the levels with this kind of new philosophy on the game of like speed. Really, it's like going fast. So all of a sudden you're using the zebra and the other animals like to like quickly go across the maps, and there's like little missions, and it's actually pretty fun. And it just adds like an arcade nature to the whole game that like makes it a forever game and makes it the kind of game you can play and pass the controller around. And that's what I did with a friend.
Okay, fair.
And it's like I've almost 100%ed it. Like at this point it's grinding, and the thing is like I need to get all these coins to kind of buy the rest of the bananas to get to 1,000. And this mode allows me to get a bunch of coins while I play.
Okay.
So it kind of
fun.
feeds back into the main game, and it is neat to go to the island. It's more like a training ground for the mode and like some nostalgia. There's not much to the DK Island. Like that would have been neat to be in the game originally, like 100% bonus or something. It would have been such a cool prize to 100% the game. But Emerald Rush is actually really cool, and like I love Donkey Kong. I mean, I've slowly been chipping away at 100%ing it, but I gotta say, like, when people come over and I show them, they're always really impressed by it. Arlo really wants to play it all the time. Everett, Montina's kid, like loves it, and he's at the perfect age for it. Like, it's like he just gets lost in it so much. So I have a second game going that I like let other people play.
Nice.
Um, and when it gets hard at the end, like there's some really hard stuff at the very end, like some extra like plus challenges that are fun. And um, yeah, like I was saying, it's better than the other Mario games. And I've been playing Galaxy 2, but I can talk about that later. I want to ask you what you've been playing recently.
Yeah, so the most recent, I can't remember the last time we even talked about this, but the most recent games would be Hollow Knight Silk Song and Silent Hill 2.
We have been talking about both, but let's talk about Silk Song. So you beat it,
I 100% beat it.
like you've done everything.
There's things that don't count towards 100% that I did not do. Like there's like there's certain high scores in a mini game that I'm like, you get a little memento for it, but you don't get anything for your percentage. So I didn't do those. But yeah, 100% beat every boss. At least there's like I think two.
Did you get all the trophies?
No, because there's some of those trophies require you to beat the game in under 5 hours and then beat the game without dying. And I'm like, I don't really want to beat the whole game without dying.
Yeah, true. So quick, Derek, quickly, I have quick shot questions for you. Better than the first Hollow Knight?
In different ways.
And is this now your game of the year?
It's between that, Monster Train 2, and Expedition 33. I have to think about it more.
Not a clear winner. Okay. And so it lived up to the hype.
100% for sure.
Okay. Sweet. I'm happy. Yeah. I played like 4 hours of it. I've really liked what I played, but I've just I kind of got busy and got to a point where like I didn't want to play a game that made me feel stressed out.
Interesting. I don't find that game like, some of the bosses are tricky, but I don't find that game stressful. I find Silent Hill 2 a lot more stressful.
Oh yeah. I almost feel like I'm playing a survival horror when I'm playing Silk Song or Hollow Knight.
Anyways, those are the main games I've been playing. Like, I have been sampling other games. Like, I downloaded a bunch of demos a couple days ago, but I haven't played them yet. Like Digimon and.
Is Monster Train that good? I didn't know this. I thought Expedition 33 was it for you.
Monster Train 2, so I played Monster Train 1, I think February, and I was like so into it. I played it for like months and months every day. And then Monster Train 2 just coincidentally, so Monster Train 1 came out like 8 years ago or something like that. And I didn't hear about it, and then I got into it, and then Monster Train 2 coincidentally came out like a month after. So I got super into that. Monster Train 2 is so good. Yeah, love it. It's definitely up there for me just because, I put so many hours into it. It's a game I think I'll never delete off my system. Just super fun.
I don't know almost nothing about it. But
do you know Slay the Spire?
Yeah.
It's very similar to that. It's like a roguelite card deck builder game.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I guess we both talked about Hades. I got it for Switch 2. You played a bit on the demo or something, right?
I played it. I played it for about 45 minutes on the PC.
Do you buy it or?
A friend shared it with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it so far. It's really great. Like it feels like the first one, but like I played the first one a long time ago. I don't really remember it, but this game just something about it looks better to me. The graphics.
Well, it should be. It should have better graphics. I played the first one a long time ago too, but then I picked up the first one again. I think the end of the summer maybe of 2024, and got
you like 100% at it.
I didn't 100%, but I got like pretty deep into like I think I did like difficulty 15 with all weapons. Like I got super into it, and my hype for this game is higher than probably Donkey Kong Bonanza or maybe Metroid Prime as well. Like this I think is gonna be the first game I play when I play the Switch 2. I want to play it so bad.
Yeah, it's really good, and what I kind of like about it is it feels like a side item kind of game, which I don't have to like main.
That's what I like too. Like I'm gonna have a main game, but this game is also something where it's like, oh, I'm on the couch and I can't play sound because we're watching a show or something. I'll just mute it and be able to play a few runs.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought it the first day it came out. I was really excited. I was at work with someone, and we were just talking about it so much. Like he was playing Silk Song. He was so excited for Hades. So I'm like, I'm gonna buy it tonight. Screw it. So I did, and
I'm surprised you haven't played that much of that game or Silk Song. Like they're some of the highest rated games of the year.
I know. I've been so busy, to be honest. Like I haven't been gaming a ton, and when I do, it's like I get a little bit of Donkey Kong Bonanza or something in, and or I'm trying one of these new games, or Galaxy 2 just came out. So I've kind of just been lazily playing that. So do you want to hear what I think about Galaxy 2?
You have 5 minutes. Go for it.
Okay. Well, the interesting thing with it is it's the first time I played a Mario game in full 4K. So, to be honest,
I heard it didn't look great because it was kind of the upres didn't look great, but that's just what I read. Okay.
No, Reset Era is so negative about graphics. The game
I know.
it's getting to me now. I read
it's not just graphics, but graphics and like input latency and like frame rate. I'm like I don't notice it drops 3 frames, and like people were like, oh my god, the input lag on the Switch 2 for Hades 2 is like atrocious.
I know they're like the screen is disgusting. It's a smeary mess, and I'm like, I do not see it.
But they're like the delay from like when I press a button to when it shows up on the screen, and I'm like, I'm sure it's like the smallest of frames. You know, but for them it's like it's not instant.
It's why, like, I know I'm pretty good at looking at a screen and detecting things, but like the hysteria around the screen being low quality is like, I don't get it. Like I look at the screen, I'm like, it looks fine. It's not as good as the OLED one, but it's still 1080 and everything plays fine. Like it's just there's nothing. It's great.
Yeah.
But the thing with Galaxy 2 is like, you know, I know there's a lot of hysteria about that online about the price, but man, it just looks really good. Like I'm shocked at how good the art direction holds up, and it's like there's parts of it that are actually jaw-droppingly beautiful. And now I'm playing it in full 4K. Like Donkey Kong Bonanza, Mario Kart, they're all 1440p. Like, they're not actually full 4K. So it just looks really sharp, and they've up-res the textures, and people are saying like they've really kind of downplayed how much of an upgrade this is. Like even over 3D All Stars, and I was like, I kind of felt like after I played Galaxy 2, I'm like, I should have got them together. I would have saved some money on Galaxy 1, but I just to have them in this higher resolution. And also things like now playing handheld you can do with motion controls, where with 3D All Stars you had to use touchscreen. And the Joy-Cons on the Switch 2, they just work better than the Switch 1 ones.
Yeah.
So playing split Joy-Con feels good again. Like playing like the Wii version felt good, really good. So I've just had a really good time with it. The weird thing is like going back after Odyssey and especially Bonanza, like the controls feel so stiff and limited. Like you have so few moves, and Mario feels like he's kind of like running on the stiff. Like he just doesn't have the same dexterity. So it just feels a way more rigid, and then also the levels. One of the reasons why I like playing it, I'm loving it. Don't get me wrong. The visual and music are incredible, but like things like every time you beat a level, and some of the levels you beat in like 2 minutes if you're good, you go back to the not a load screen. You go back to the planetoid, your home hub. You do a whole count. Oh, let's count how many coins you got. Let's count how many star you got. Let's count how many star bits you got. Like they took away the saving, but it's still just like then you have to go back to the level select, go to the select screen, go to it, go to say okay, say what star it is, load in the level. Like it just feels like a lot of nonsense between like 2 minutes of gameplay here and there. You know. Yeah. And there's times where I'm like, oh man, I just wish this level was like 10 minutes long. Like I just feel like I'm being sucked out of the game constantly, and some of the levels feel so bite-sized. And I just think I'm like, oh, if you're gonna do another course, kind of a course clear Mario, like a Mario Galaxy 3, which some people speculate they might with the movie coming out, then which I'd be cool with. They should really do that. Like they should really like think about the amount of time I'm in the hub and how much that takes me out of the game. Where like in Donkey Kong and Mario Odyssey, you're just there. You know what I mean?
True.
And this one, you're just like, you're spit back to the hub to count up what you got. It's like, it's annoying. And especially when you're on a level where you're like, oh, this is a fun level. Oh, there's some dumb little side thing where I have to like blow up a bunch of crates. Let me do that. Oh, I get a star for that. Okay, let me suck me out of the level, do all that stuff again, go back to the level, redo the first half of the level. Like, there's stuff that feels... it's annoying. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
There's parts of it that are a little blemishing my memory of it. And honestly, like, replaying it, as much as there's moments that are so incredible, I really think Galaxy 1 is the better game.
Wow. And I also, you were pretty big on Galaxy 2 being the better for a long time.
I know. I think it's, like, harder, which is fun, but Galaxy 2 is, like, the theming around space is really well done. It feels like more of a story. And it just
Galaxy 1.
Galaxy 1, and it actually, like, this one doesn't really have much theming. Like, you're just kind of, like, going from level to level, and, like, a lot of them are not in space. So it just feels like a little more like you're in a course selection.
Yeah.
And that's taken me out of it. So I don't know. I just like my time with Galaxy One on 3D All Stars. I felt like this was a joyous thing. Where this one, I'm kind of feeling like, oh, I'm having fun, but it almost feels old now.
I just can't believe. Like, I get. It's a fantastic game, but you're saying that, and you have Silk Song and Hades 2 sitting there. Like, it blows my mind a little bit.
Yeah, I guess to me,
It's a different
it's
feel.
just
I think it's
when
like
I sit down, I'm just kind of like, that's what I want to. That's the thing I gravitate towards. I'm just like, I just want to do a couple stars.
because you're right. The other two
Um,
games are a little bit more higher stress.
Yeah, I mean Hades less so. I can chill with that, but I
I know,
mean,
but Hades, it's like a fast gameplay, right? It's like you have to really be on your.
yeah, this one is just kind of like hopping through space. It's kind of easy. I'm pretty good at Mario. But yeah, so I think it's gonna sell really well. But it's a little bit like I really think DK's better than Odyssey and Galaxy 1 and 2.
Fair.
Anyways, Derek, quickly before we finish up, I know we're running out of time. Let's jump into our top 10 games for Switch 1. I'm just kidding. We have to do that soon, though. We have to actually come up with our top 10 list of Switch 1 games.
Okay.
And Metroid Prime 4 be damned. It's a Switch 2 game at this point.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now, I just wanted to ask, what's the next game you plan to buy and play?
Oof. I think honestly it'll be the Switch 2 games.
What you're going to wait for Christmas for?
I'm gonna wait for Christmas for, but let me just look.
Like Christmas Day.
That's the goal.
Are you going to buy it yourself, or is Sarah going to buy it for you?
I'm gonna buy it myself, I think.
And wrap it? And like pretend it's from Santa? Like, how are you going to do this?
Yeah, I think I might do that just for the hype. I'll send a picture of
So, like, you'll go to the store on, like, the 23rd, buy the Switch 2, and then go home and just, like, wrap it and put it under the tree and just be like,
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah, I know what that is.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what? I respect that.
I think it makes it, again, like I told you, I've been hyped for this kind of that big moment where I'll have not just Mario Kart World, I'll have Mario Kart World, DK Bonanza, Metroid Prime 4, Hades 2, even Mina the Hollower, and a brand new system. Like, we don't often get that Christmas kind of hype feeling anymore, and I'm kind of looking forward to it.
That's going to be hype. Are you going to get Hades 2 physical?
No, I think I'm actually going to go all digital.
Oh, so you're just not going to buy any games. You'll get the Mario Kart bundle, though, yeah?
Yeah, I'll get the digital. I think it's digital, right, with the Mario Kart bundle.
Yep.
And then I think I was just thinking about it, it's like, oh man, the Switch 1 games I all have physical, which is great, but I think it'd be nice to just have those games on the Switch and like the on the fly is what I mean. And the thing is, again, like, I'll be a new parent at that time, so for me to like run down and switch the game when I could just be like hanging out and just like instantly switch it is I think a better kind of plan.
I can't tell you how nice it is, especially now that I have like so many Switch 1 games. Like I've got nearly over 100 or 200. Just like bringing it anywhere.
Yeah, I just want to say that the one game that's really interesting, captivating me or drawing me in right now that I'm not buying, but I've been looking at a lot is Chronos: The New Dawn.
It looks so 7 out of 10 for me.
I know people say it's way better than you expect.
Yeah, I mean, even Silent Hill 2 to me felt a little bit like AA kind of game.
But I agree. It is actually like a AA game. It is really good though. Like you didn't get very far in it either.
I gotta get back into it. I just found like the combat felt a little samey and the puzzles felt kind of static. And I'll get back into it.
It really is. But the atmosphere is great. And like, there's a lot of games on my want to buy list, but I think I can't imagine myself playing. I think I'm gonna get through some of my backlog and then get into the Christmas Switch 2 stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna be really exciting. So that's your plan. I have Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, Metroid,
Hades
Mina,
2. Hades 2.
2.
Yeah, Mina, I don't know what system I'll get it for. Yeah, I wrote a little list. So, yeah, Metroid Prime 4, Mario Kart, DK Bonanza, Hades 2, Mina the Hollower. And then maybe, like, Kirby Air Riders, but that's a huge maybe. I think I'm not going to get that. I'd rather, yeah. But those first four, I'm like, man, how to pick to, like, do I start and boot up Metroid Prime 4, or do I start and boot up DK Bonanza, or do I start and boot up Hades 2, or Mario Kart? Like, imagine having those all in the same moment.
I think Mario Kart.
You think?
Well, because you can just get a couple rounds out of the way so quickly and experience. Well, you already played it though, haven't you?
I played Mario Kart World already, and I'm excited to play more of that. But I played a little Hades 2 now. But DK Bonanza and Metroid Prime 4, I'm like, I haven't touched either of those.
Are you coming home again this year?
No,
Not even this year.
not 2025. No.
I wonder if I should just come up there sometime and bring my Switch, too.
You can, but I'm telling you right now, it's not a good time.
Yeah, I figured.
I just it really doesn't make sense to come up.
I know. I just feel like it'd be so easy for us to just sit down and play Mario Kart.
Yeah.
You never visited my place here,
I visited your place.
but not since I had a Switch 2.
No, not since you had a Switch 2. No.
Yeah.
But I mean, after Christmas, we'll play online a bunch.
Yeah. My next game, I mean, if Expedition 33, I was hoping to get, but stuck in the mail.
It's coming. That and Returnal, I think, are the two games I would say you would like. I mean, Returnal is a game I think you would like, and Expedition 33 is a game that is just so fresh.
I think I'll like it. I think I'll like Expedition 33, and I might ask for Returnal for Christmas. I can't think of. I usually get one game for Christmas, and I can't think of anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna get Meat of the Hollower for sure, even if I don't play it, because like, man, it's just gonna add to the pile, right, of games that I have. Like, I'm not gonna be able to finish Hades and Silksong before then.
No, yeah. Did you played the demo, right? And you liked it.
I played the demo and I really liked it. It's got such a Game Boy Color vibe, but like with modern sensibilities and fun action. And you should just play the demo.
I'm going to. I just downloaded a bunch of demos, so that will be one of them too.
I think I'm definitely gonna get Kirby Air Riders.
Okay.
Even if I'm not like so gung ho on it, I just kind of want a game that I can like kind of play very short bursts and like not care about that much. You know what I mean? Like just
I like those games too.
And just kind of like a random side piece game to like play a little bit here and there. And I just like the idea of like having another split screen game and like I like the just like sounds really fun.
What's Kirby's release date?
November 20th.
Okay, so your lineup's Mina, Kirby, Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, that's a good lineup.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, I tease the idea of getting Battlefield if it turns out really good to play with some friends, like a shooter, and I tease the idea of getting Ninja Gaiden 4 because I just have liked that series a lot.
Did you get Ragebound or Shinobi?
No, the thing is, both of them I want to get on Switch 2, and both of them like they didn't get the dev kits, so there's only the Switch 1 version, right?
Oh, okay.
So I just don't want to play compromised versions, and I know eventually they'll do upgrades. And so what happened was, it's weird. It's really weird. So the company that made, I believe, Shinobi,
yeah,
they put a patch on the Switch 1 version just for Switch 2 owners, kind of like an unlocked frame rate, because it's capped at 30, and they're like, oh, we'll put an unlocked frame rate on the Switch version, so it won't run at 60 on Switch 1, but it will on Switch 2. And it's just like, I'm just kind of like, I'll just wait until those games are like optimum and probably like way cheaper. But I want to play both of them. Like, both of them are my kind of game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'll hope maybe by November when I'm playing Kirby Air Riders, I'm like, Derek, you should get this game. Like, it might just be like kind of like stupid fun.
Yeah, you know? That's the one thing, and like, you know, it's kind of silly, but I am partially thinking about like, you know, Mario Tennis or Kirby Air Riders. Maybe I wouldn't love myself, but again, in 3 or 4 years, that might be the games that I start my kid on. You know, like, who knows?
Yeah. Totally.
So, yeah.
Resident Evil 9, by the way, just a quick side note, looks so good on Switch 2. I might just get it on Switch 2.
So yeah, that is exciting and awesome. But as much as it's going to look good on Switch 2, I know it's going to look better on PS5. So
I know. I probably will end up getting on PS5 to be a graphics whore about it. But it's just like something about playing handheld Resident Evil kind of like gets me a bit.
Like Resident Evil, Saros, Grand Theft Auto, Fire Emblem are like my day one games next year so far.
For me, it's just GTA 6.
Yeah, GTA 6 for sure. I don't know. Saros
and Wolverine.
You're not going to get Resident Evil 9 day one?
Oh, yeah, for sure I will. On PS5.
Yeah, Wolverine too. Yeah.
On PS5. Yeah. But you know what? If Resident Evil 4 Remake comes... I might buy Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 4 Remake on Switch 2.
Yeah, 4 Remake would be sweet on Switch 2.
Yeah, just like, why not do a romp in those games on handheld would be fun.
I just played the hell out of that game. I played that. I did like 6 run-throughs of that game.
On 4 or 2?
4 Remake.
Okay. I almost feel like I want to do 2 Remake again before 4 Remake again.
Yeah.
Like, I only beat that
different
game
vibes.
Once. They're different vibes. I only beat it once. I never beat the Claire version.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, like lots of exciting things coming out in the future game-wise. And this, I guess we probably won't talk until our game of the year. No, we gotta talk when Metroid Prime 4 comes. Well,
yeah,
we'll till Christmas.
Well, it's okay. You can talk about it, or you can wait till we could do a different news podcast and then do when I have the Switch to reflect on those games.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure. The Game Awards are going to happen. There'll be announcements there.
Yeah, I mean, my time will become more and more limited soon, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Derek,
right.
thanks for coming out to Nintendo Bros Podcast.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
That makes you sound like a guest versus like one of the main people.
Glad to be a guest on this show.
All right, Derek. Well, this is Nintendo Bros Pete signing out.
This is Derek. See you later.